here's your heads up to this little FMQ. I have to admit, and it was hard to admit, I had an AhHa moment. I'll share it with you now.
Warning.
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 Warning. You are entering into the unplugged mind of Paul Cloughie. Too late. Personal Development Unplugged.
Hey, guess what? This morning I had an AhHa moment. One of those AhHa moments where, a little bit like with The Simpsons, it was a dough. You see, have you heard people say, or maybe someone close to you, really close to you, say, I'm working on a problem. I'm working on myself. I'm working on my personal development. I'm working on my low self-esteem, my lack of confidence. I mean, I hear NLPers, I call them NLPers, practitioners of NLP, neuro-linguistic programming, say things like, I did NLP on them. I even have clients come, will you do hypnosis on me? And that was my AhHa moment, because I've been working on me. And one of the things I've really been struggling with is getting a better understanding, a better communication with my unconscious mind. And it's been a struggle, a real struggle. I've written about it in my journal, asking wonderful questions, and things just didn't seem to be happening. Things were happening, but not the way I wanted it, because I was working on me, and I was working on my communication, on my unconscious mind. Now, what's wrong with that? It's not on, is it? You don't work on your best friend. How would you like to have someone say, let's work on you? Or would it be better to work with? I want to work with my unconscious mind. And that's what's got me rethinking about my approach to working with myself. I want to explore myself and my issues, and to do that with my best friend. I want to learn how to understand myself better, and who better to do that with is your best friend, your unconscious mind. To spend some more time. This is my intention now. This is the how I'm going to do it. How I'm going to change the way I work on myself. It's got to be now. I'm going to work with myself. So spending time with myself, setting my intention to support the two of us, my conscious mind, my unconscious mind, and ask if it's okay to work with me. And especially to let my unconscious mind to know that I'm prepared to do whatever it takes. Whatever it takes. We've talked about that before. Because when you get to that, and I've got to that point now, that I'm prepared to do whatever it takes. And this AhHa moment just suddenly said, Paul, come on, Cloughie. And maybe it was my unconscious mind saying, you've been going down the wrong path. And I've been treading this path for a long time. It's well trodden. And now I've got to work out this new path. And as that metaphor goes, the more I'm going to go down that new path, I'm going to fire off those synaptic gaps, those neurons and those pathways, and create a new path. But the way I see it now, I see a parallel path, two paths together, working in parallel with each other. Now, I don't know if you've experienced anything like that, but I wonder if you just sat down quietly and thought about working with yourself, or with a problem, or with your emotions. Maybe there's that lack of self-esteem. So working with your self-esteem. Maybe there's a lack of confidence. Working with your confidence. Working with your best friend. That you'll start to notice there are new ways, or when you maybe re-listen to some of these podcasts, because I do suggest you do that, is that you begin to notice new things. You'll be noticing things that you obviously weren't aware of, because they're noticing new things, but you'll be working with your best friend to notice the new things. And it's as if your best friend is going to start pointing them out, just as my best friend the Cloughie inside, pointed out to me, stop working on me, start working with me. And that's something I'm really going to cherish in a way, but actually spend time. Just spend time with me. And I'll let you know how I get on. And I'd really love to know how you get on. If you just try this, and not try as in try and fail, but just take some time and experience working with yourself. And then if you would, if you're brave enough, if you're both brave enough, just send me a little note via email. I've got a couple of them now. The best one to use, I guess, is now feedback@personaldevelopmentunplugged.com. That's a new email. And I'll know it's all about this. You can send it to me, paul@paulclough.co.uk, but feedback@personaldevelopmentunplugged.com will be the best one. And it will remain totally confidential, as I've said before. But I'd love to hear your feedback so we can share it. Share it with so many other people so they get it too. Because this is my personal sharing to you. You know, it was hard for me to, first of all, admit the AhHa to myself that, you know, I'm supposedly I know I've got a lot of stuff inside me. I've learnt a lot. And yet I missed the glaringly obvious up until now. And now, if you find some glaringly obvious things and you'd love to share your feedback so we can have this integrated field of learning to just get richer and richer and grow this community that creates a better world to live in, that would be absolutely awesome. Have a look at the website, have a look at that email, and have a look at working with yourself, working with me, with everyone in this community. And as we always say, you'll never know how far the ripples of that change will go. It won't be in just that one context. I guarantee you, the old Cloughie guarantee, it'll go far and wide, more than you can ever imagine. Anyway, there you go. Oh, and also, just as the old music fades in, remember, all those hypnosis tracks are at paulcloughonline.com/podcast. They're all free. All the hypnosis tracks that are aligned with this podcast are all free. They're all there. There's some other stuff on there, some programs. I think they're really good. I put a lot of intention, a lot of effort into that. If you'd like to have a look at those, I'm sure you'll get interested. I was, and I am. And then if you would, subscribe. Because as you subscribe on any of the platforms you get this podcast on, it sends ripples further than you can imagine. And maybe a lovely review would be really kind. And remember, more importantly than any of that, if you could share what you get from this or other podcasts to, if only one person, just the one, you're going to make a massive change in you because it feels great, and a massive change to them, and they can do the same. And if you wanted to maybe more than one, you have my permission. In fact, you have my gratitude. Anyway, have more fun than you can stand and enjoy every heartbeat. Bye-bye now.
Warning, you are now leaving the unplugged mind of Paul Clough. It's time to fly on your own. Be brave, my friend.
Personal Development Unplugged.